Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Oh no, you know what's mad? I honestly did have a little bit of doubt, that after the whole Barcelona thing, we'd be looking at ourselves going, oh, who are we going to go for? And I asked this yesterday, I'm like, well, what are we going to do, guys? There's no names out there. There's no names out there? Course there is. Why? Because Todd Boehly. Yeah? We'll get to that very shortly. Before we do though, I want to let you know this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. For all of your latest, including every single thing that I'm about to tell you today and quote to you and talk about, all of it is in the OneFootball app, giving you the hour by hour, minute by minute latest resources for you to go and find out what is going on in the world of football. Obviously, we're in the middle of the transfer window, so all your latest is there. During the season, it will be in regards to the results, the schedule, the fixtures, and whatnot. But it's all there. So make sure you download the OneFootball app. Hit that link in the description. Go there now and enjoy. Starting off with none other than our centre-back situation. We had doubts. Why? Because De Ligt had been rumoured with Chelsea for a very long time, right? And we now know Bayern Munich have come in. They want De Ligt. And just like we played second fiddle, you could say, to Barcelona for Rafinha and even Dembele in the end, we are looking at Bayern Munich and thinking, well, we're not going to get De Ligt, are we? They're going to get De Ligt. They are going to be first in line for De Ligt, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, if they're going to get him or not, and if they don't, well, we can pick up the scraps. That is not the case. Chelsea have acted. Chelsea have decided to go elsewhere, and Chelsea have gone through what I think is the preferred defender, not just this window, but even past windows. Everyone and their mother wanted this guy at Chelsea, and I'm happy to say it's looking like it's happening. Todd Boehly now, just like initially, where he was like, hey, you know, we're gonna let Barcelona burn. Let's see this unfold. And then in the end, it's like, oh crap, they got them, man. They got both. They got Rafinha and Dembele, man. And now it's like, who's laughing now, man? Let's check out the latest in regards to Koulibaly. Yes, please. This is the latest. Fabrizio Romano. Koulibaly revealed as name in Chelsea's list in June and still one of the options. New meeting with his agent took place on Monday. Nathan Ake deal also in negotiation, while club feels Bayern are leading the race for Matthijs de Ligt as they agreed personal terms. We then moved on to later in the day, David Ornstein. Chelsea close to agreements on fee plus personal terms to sign Koulibaly. Not done, and Napoli often tricky, but talks moving towards €40 million deal plus long-term contract for the 31-year-old. Likes of Kimpembe, Koundé, Ake remain in the mix. Now we go to a bit more detail with Ben Jacobs. Koulibaly to Chelsea is getting close. Talks with his agent and Napoli are progressing, and Chelsea are increasingly confident an agreement will be reached. CFC have moved fast with a view to a £33 million deal, which I have to say, by the way, fantastic business. I remember when Koulibaly was being rated 70. You know, and we didn't come anywhere near that. 33 million? Happy days. Now, he goes on to say, not the first time Chelsea have considered Koulibaly. Always on the list of potential centre-backs, but Napoli have previously fended off interest, saying they don't want to sell. Koulibaly was probably best defender in Serie A last season and would be a magnificent signing. Still some work to be done to finalise the deal. One of the reasons for this is Luciano Spalletti has made it very clear to the Napoli board he wants to keep Koulibaly. His reaction to a sell will be interesting. Napoli board have always been divided on whether to sell or not. Koulibaly is just a very complete defender. He's technical and composed on the ball, and in his decision making, plus offers strong leadership. He would be a superb addition to Chelsea and the Premier League. And I completely agree with this. Koulibaly would be perfect. We're after a left centre-back to replace Rudiger. Koulibaly comes in, he does exactly that. Exactly that. For that sort of a fee, perfect. Now, is he going to be the guy long term? No. He's 31. Maybe he'll go on till he's 35, 36. Who knows, right? But in that time, We have Ake, if he's come in order for him to try and get himself up to speed. We have Levi Colwill, who's going to be bought a bit of time now if Koulibaly's come in at left centre-back. There's one to remember. So we've got options there. But Koulibaly, for now, is beautiful. And I think will reinforce our defence. Fantastic. And Senegalese connection. Mendy Koulibaly. Oh, man, we're building the chemistry here. Chemistry is going to be off the charts. You know on FIFA where you just start seeing green lines everywhere? That's what's going to be happening at Chelsea. Let's go on some of the other guys that also mentioned Koulibaly today. Nizar Kinsella. Chelsea have made an impressive offer to Napoli, who prefer to sell Koulibaly to anyone but Juventus, which helps because we know we're second in line for De Ligt in terms of Bayern Munich. Now, if they agree a fee with Juventus for De Ligt, well, they're going to then try and get Koulibaly. We need to go in and get Koulibaly now and just forget De Ligt, because if we were to play that long game and then Napoli, if they either keep or they sell, they have to sell to Juve, well, we're just going to be out of options. So going for Koulibaly now, forget De Ligt. And I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. So, yeah. Now, there's more. Check this out. Matt Law. As with the Sterling and Ake still pending fee agreement moves, Koulibaly makes a lot of sense for Chelsea. Senegal and Napoli captain, so brings leadership experience and already has a playing relationship with Edouard Mendy. While the summer has in many ways felt chaotic at Chelsea, there is also clear strategy planning behind their firmest moves in the transfer market so far. I'm guessing Mendy will have also provided some character insights for the club on Koulibaly. Absolutely. Edouard Mendy will probably be raving to him like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Absolutely. Chelsea, Koulibaly, he's a diamond. He's a diamond. You won't regret this. Go and buy him. You know, I honestly think this is going to work really well. And Matt Law makes a very good point here. And I stress this. When I was on Twitter, I remember he blocked me. Yeah, and I don't know why, but that's long gone. I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I don't care. Matt Law actually makes a good point here. In terms of the chaos at Chelsea, or what was deemed as chaos, we sorted that out after people on the board had changed. Lukaku was sold. We then started moving with business. One thing to point out is with the amount of players that we've been linked with and the failed deals that we've had, Rafinha, Dembele, we didn't actually put an offer in, but the interest was there, let's be real. You know, all these other things popping up. If this was under Roman, with all due respect, under Marina, we'd be linking from one player to the other in about maybe a year or two. Sometimes under Marina, it takes too long. For us to move from one to the next target took too long. Now, it's literally the next day. One day we've lost Rafinha. One day we've lost Dembele. Literally 24 hours later, boom, we're in for targets that I'm going to mention. And in terms of the defending situation, De Ligt is looking unlikely. Cool, no problem. Move on to Koulibaly. Beautiful. So, yeah, in terms of getting things done, Todd Boehly is actually on it, and I love it. Now, Koulibaly has had something to say. This is good. This is good. Let's check this out. Kalidou Koulibaly has spoken on a potential transfer to Chelsea. I'll confirm that later, but it's on the right track. And this was via French journalist Romain Collet-Gaudin. If I've said that completely right or completely wrong, I apologise. But there we are. I think this is happening, people. I think we're about to get Koulibaly, and that is fantastic. To say that in a window we've got Sterling, Koulibaly is a good start. Very good start. Now, is there more? That's the latest on Koulibaly. Waiting to hear confirmation very, very soon that all of this will go through and Koulibaly will be coming to Chelsea Football Club. Get in there. Anyway, let's move on. There are other names. I'm telling you, Chelsea, we're not wasting time. And that's correct. Correct thing to do. We cannot waste time. We missed out on Rafinha. We missed out on Dembele. All of those sort of side names that we were linked with. De Ligt, for example, and whatnot. We're linked with. We're not doing anything. What are we doing? Well, now we've moved in the complete other direction. And I have to say, maybe the whole Rafinha-Dembele situation, maybe that was a blessing in disguise. Maybe. Maybe the grass is greener on the other side. Let's wait and see. Here it is, the latest from Jacob Steinberg saying, Chelsea considering Rafael Leao and Serge Gnabry as alternatives to Rafinha, who's probably off to Barca. Well, Jacob, let me tell you this, as someone that actually wanted Rafinha, yeah, he's going to Barca. So, yeah. Gnabry, eh? Gnabry. Well, it's not just Jacob talking about this. Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have started to explore the situation of Serge Gnabry. Rafinha is heading to Barca. Chelsea wanted to understand how's the state of the negotiation between Gnabry and FC Bayern over a new contract. No approaches from Arsenal or Man City. Chelsea are interested. And then we have Ben Jacobs with another name with Bayern Munich saying, Robert Lewandowski will consider Chelsea only if his Barcelona move falls through. Barca remain confident of finally striking a deal with Bayern, who want close to 45 million paid up front. Lewandowski has said he'll wait for Barca. Negotiations stalled, but movement expected this week. Lewandowski wants to leave Bayern regardless, but Chelsea are wary of Rafinha repeat, where they have an offer accepted and then it simply prompts Barcelona to move. They have been told, though, the move is of appeal. If Lewandowski becomes a genuine option, which should be apparent after Barca's latest offer, Tuchel is very much in favour of pursuing him, much more so than Ronaldo. PSG also monitoring Lewandowski's situation, but this early in the window, he's going to give Barca time. So, here's the thing. Bayern Munich about to get raided. About to get raided. And you know what? As much as I would take Lewandowski all day long. All day long. As a short-term option at least. Just like I would Ronaldo, I'd take Lewandowski. It'd be stupid not to. But he wants Barca. All these guys want Barca, right? And fair enough, they all want Barca, cool. Bayern Munich have said, right? And we'll see who's going to end up right in this, Barca or Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich have previously told them, look, you might not even be around in 2 years' time. Yeah? So to get money done in installments and all that, nah, forget it. We want money paid up front. Because in 2 years, you might not exist. Bayern Munich actually told Barcelona that. So we'll see who's going to be correct here. But the players want Barca. Lewandowski wants Barca. He's going to give them time. Cool. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. Gnabry is definitely someone we should be going for. And there's a good opportunity here to get a right winger who is very solid, who has Premier League experience, albeit at Arsenal. But historically, Arsenal players come to Chelsea and they succeed, don't they? You know, Ashley Cole, he succeeded. Fabregas, even though it was via Barcelona, but he succeeded. Olivier Giroud, he succeeded. Gnabry, you want to join the list? Or, you know, the ever-growing number of Arsenal players that end up at Chelsea, and then vice versa, is a retirement home. So we send players to Arsenal to retire, basically. Amazing how it works. But Gnabry would be fantastic, And in a world where we can't get Rafinha, you get Gnabry in. I would do that, absolutely. His form in the Bundesliga, albeit the Bundesliga, but his form at Bayern Munich has been fantastic. It would be amazing if we could somehow pull off Gnabry and Lewandowski. Could you imagine the chemistry there? But as much as I said I'd take Lewandowski, I am going to be real with you. I think Barca will somehow find money, wherever it's coming from, even if it's just the lever. But is it just the lever by itself? I doubt it. I doubt it. Whether they're actually finding money somewhere or they're putting themselves in a long-term situation where they end up in trouble down the road, we'll see. But they're finding money. And I think they'll find money for Lewandowski. And I think he'll go to Barcelona. But Gnabry, this one could happen, people. How cool would that be if we end up with Sterling, Gnabry, Koulibaly, Ake, and then we end up looking like we might going for a wing-back or someone else to replace, say, Marcos Alonso or an Aspie if they're both going, because it looks like they will, and then a defensive midfielder. I mean, we would end up with an actually very solid window here. A very solid window. And then we'll see what we'll do in terms of the upfront situation. Who should we go for if we can't get a Lewandowski, for example? There we are. So, that's the latest. It seems like Koulibaly is on his way to Chelsea, and I couldn't be happier, and we are going after Serge Gnabry of Bayern Munich. So, we'll wait and see how this pulls off. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on this. Don't forget to download the OneFootball app. Link in the description for all of your latest. Thank you so much. I will see all of you tomorrow. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see you tomorrow, people. Have a good one. In a bit. Take care. And peace.